Flight 822 to Casablanca will be departing in 15 minutes.
Certainly one of the finest simulators one can experience, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully things should look great on your end, and I trust you're having a great day so far. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for future releases towards Microsoft Flight Simulators, up-to-date releases and content. This is your place. Next week is another exciting week, gives us a chance to visit a beautiful part of the world, the Nordics. I'll certainly keep you posted on that, so do make sure to hit that bell button to get notified on this and further items towards the simulator. So what is exactly new this week? A few things for sure. Let's go over the items of development, marketplace areas, SDK enhancements, an exciting event at the community section, and not to forget a great freebie aircraft at the end, so make sure you stick around. Artificial intelligence, AI, is the engine of the simulator. Without this, pretty much our sim can't really take us anywhere. There are numerous dependencies surrounding this so as to keep them all in one place towards running the simulator without issues. Most of us have come across photogrammetry based objects that could be bridges and many other objects where the appearance is always convincing. However, the role of these objects are never solid, and we wonder onto if AI can really play a part in correcting these in the future. Getting satellite images for objects like bridges can be seamless. However, creating a point cloud mesh over these objects have to be handmade that can create a blanket, so to speak, and can only be done with the help of humans in this case. There is a current team, which is a 3D Bing team, who have been set up for making these corrections and hand editing them. That can definitely take quite an amount of time and effort. Looking at all this, there are hundreds and thousands of these objects that need to be rectified, and it can't always be handmade. In order to expedite such an effort, a process needs to be in place, which the team of Horg Newman plans to initiate this new change, where we should be able to see a better ground level experience in the simulator. This is planned towards next year, and the change should take place on a higher level, not on a ground level where we can see a few fixes take place in certain regions. Rather, the fixes should be done overall. Another interesting part of AI would be water masking. Most of us in the community have this question in mind: if there would be a future water masking effort that can cover all the areas of the globe in the simulator. When it comes to water masking, we can always assume that this is AI driven, meaning artificial intelligence that can immediately detect water bodies around the globe, and depending on the location you're at, it can render data that can translate through AI, giving us a water masking effect. For the most part of the sim, majority of the water masking are all data driven, and it isn't easy to detect the texture in the system due to the lighting that can be different relying on the part of the day or the year. Water bodies can be an interesting part of the sim, and bathymetry is in the picture that can be progressed over time depending on the capacity the sim can handle as of now. Now, if you're wondering what a bathymetry is, it's a manner of measuring the depth of the water in oceans, seas or lakes. At the moment, Asobo have this idea in hand. They would want to consider this aspect, which can bring a lot more clarity and structure in this part of the simulator. Including these can be a lot of groundwork towards making changes in the system in that level. There isn't a plan for this as of yet, but the team have discussed this so as to hopefully include them in the future. There are many items to consider, from bathymetry, terrain underwater, which is basically height underwater, and several other areas when it comes to dealing with water bodies in the sim. Performance optimization has been a constant reminder to the team. There are various things to be considered, and especially under busy airports, the performance ought to be above par in order to have good frame rates, and glass cockpits are one of the areas that are being looked into. What the team are trying to do is to move this process on a different thread so as to keep the performance consistent in order to avoid any frame rate issues in the system. The same manner, terrain streaming is being worked on that can deliver the user a better experience along with channel optimization. Slowly, things are changing, making the simulator a much more dependable product. The default sceneries are getting much better in place, and especially with airports in place that look great in texture throughout the tarmac, including the taxiways. Of course, there are a lot of things to be taken care of, but for the time being, the difference between the initial release of the sim and today certainly can show us a large difference. The Xbox is planned to be released in the next few months. The dates are not yet announced and the team are working towards this so as to get it out sooner. Under the SDK updates, they have seen changes under the dev mode this week, along with the marketplace data editor and scenery editors, which have quite an amount of changes from polygons, tree structures and other primary areas. Would like to welcome new members to the community. A curious question to all of you would be towards the previous simulator before this. Which one was it? Do make sure to comment your answers below and we'll certainly take it from there. A shout out to 265 Petsar, Brandon Chappell, Aaron, 4sec Shark, Mr. and iBase Central. We can't be thankful enough for so much support from you all. Towards the marketplace this week, quite an amount of add-ons I would say from different studios that have been gaining traction. We have a different plane this week, which is the crop duster from the studios of BR Sim Designs. The Brazilian-made Embraer 202i Panama crop duster is a simple and rugged turbine tailwheel aircraft that's used mainly for crop dusting and pesticide rolls. Along with that, with the partnership of AnyBuild, Boundless Simulations have been working on the Alderney Island, a part of the Channel Islands. This island houses various ports, villages, forts and castles. It looks like the sim has embraced terrain packs this way, which is definitely a nice addition. By the way, we'll be having a fun-filled event in the coming days with a giveaway reviewing just this add-on from the studios of AnyBuild, so do stay tuned by subscribing for this. From the studios of Obex, they recently came out with the Edgley Optica, a beautiful crafted British designed aircraft that's meant for sightseeing. You can find this at the Obex store for $15.50. One of the long-awaited classics from DC Designs have been released, which is the PT-17 Stearman. We are right now in the process of reviewing this beautiful bird, which has been one of the hot topics in the communities. Formerly used as a military training aircraft with over 10,000 built in the course of its life, now the aircraft is used as crop dusters, aerobatic displays, and also for wing walkers during air shows. The same manner, we see products in line every week that has led to having more than 1,000 products. It's 1,039 to be specific for last week. Towards numbers, 20 new airports were added last week, making it 874 so far. 163 aircraft are either released or in development, where 2 new were added last week. We have 315 sceneries available, where 4 new were added last week, along with 37 missions. There's quite an amount of excitement, I would say, in the marketplace, and it's time to knock on the doors of the Aussie group's flights team, as this week they are planning towards the Reunion Island. Certainly they have a good amount of choices on a weekly basis. It's always a place of adventure. Now this event is tomorrow, the 11th of June. Mark your calendars folks, as this gang is planning to fly between Gilead and Pierrefonds. They recommend the Gravel Cub, which has been one of the favorite mods in the community. You can find the link for this adventure event in the description below. It includes the flight plan, flight card, Discord server and many more things. And don't forget to participate in these events that can always be fun flying with a large group, guys. Towards the freebies section, let's see what's free today at the section here. Now the Cessna has been an interesting aircraft in the simulator. This has been one of those mods that can be perfect for those flights over beautiful lakes. It can be either in the region of Alaska or a region of your choice. The Cessna 172 Skyhawk Amphibian, which is a powerful member of the short takeoff and landing. A lot of positive reviews on this free add-on. This is basically a plane patch over Asobo Skyhawk and adds a new plane to your hangar. An opportunity to try out sea landing, so be gentle when landing on sea, guys. And several liveries are included with this plane thanks to the developer Bagalo for this well-produced aircraft. The link to this free add-on can be found in the description below. Thank you so much for staying with us so far. If you haven't subscribed yet, Make sure to hit that subscribe button for the latest news related to flight simming. This would be your destination. So do take care and happy flying, folks.